Korn Kidnap the Sandy Claus, Guitar Tabs and Guitar Lesson. Of course, from the Danny Elfman score, A Nightmare Before Christmas. And this is Korn, so special tuning notes here, of course. I got the 7-string going here, but just a special note, I'm well aware Korn has their standard A tuning. I'm doing this in a drop A tuning, just to make it a little simpler for a standard 7-string tuning, just to get right to it so we don't have to drop every single string on top of having the 7-string. And for the 6-stringers, basically I arranged this so you can just forget the high E string. All right, so you can just scratch that string out of there and then, treat this low A as you would your low string and just go from there all the way to the B string. All right, you'll need some thicker strings, but you can arrange your 6-string just as I have here. Just forget the high E string on this. All right, so drop A tuning, A, E, A, D, G, B. All right, so we'll have the low A, and then basically it's just a 6-string tuning under that. This song has a whole bunch of just riffs, one after the other, basically. So we'll get started here with this very beginning, this intro, and it's kind of a muffled tone. We're playing here on this E string now, okay, and we'll be 2nd fret, 2, 5, 4, 5, 2, 5, 4, 1. All right, 2, 5, 4, 5, 5 on the A, the middle A, 5, E, 1. All right, and now we get into the main riff, which is just this low A string pull off. We'll hit the 12 to a couple opens, do that twice, to 11, gonna hold that just a moment, 12 couple opens, 12 open, then we do this chromatic walk down up here at the 13, 12, 11, all right, and we're throwing in the E string with that, so we get a little power chord. All right, cycle that whole thing a few times in the intro, and then at the very last time we do it, instead of walking down the 13, 12, 11, we come higher and we go 15, 14, 13. Okay, that's the last time, just before we get to the next section. And anytime you see that main riff in the song, just know that happens at the last time of it. We come up to the 15, 14, 13 instead. For this first, I guess you would say, verse, like there's a lot of sections in this, so it's hard to parse what's verse, what's chorus, all that jazz. But for this first kind of verse section, start here. We'll be on the G string. Okay, so we go a couple twos, and this is a bit palm muted. Couple twos, 1B, 2G, 1B, couple twos, and then just hit the open B with the 2G. All right, and we crank through that a few times. At the end of the first time, we do this on the E string, hit a few ones up to a few fours. Repeat that initial G, B string riff. Okay, a couple times there, and we finish it the second time through. E string, we go a few fours, walk down on the middle A string, 3, 2, 1. All right, and next riff, kind of a sliding octave here. We'll start on the low A and the middle A at 6. All right, and we just do 6, 7, 6, 7, 6 to open power chord. Okay, and then chromatic, we go first fret power chord on the A, E, A, second fret. Okay, 6, 7, 6, 7, 6 open. And then we go second fret power chord to 3s. All right, and we'll see that riff again later, and there's a slight variation in the ending. For the next riff, we kind of get into some higher kind of lead riffs, I guess you could say. This one's just this big chromatic walk down at the 7th fret of the B. We just go 7, hold it, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, back to 3. All right, and the next section, another kind of lead thing that happens here on the G string. We'll start here at 9, hit it, slide it down to 4, and then we go 4, 5, 4, 5, slide up to 7, 5, 4, 2. Okay, kind of start it again, where we slide the 9 down to 4, and then the second run through, we just go to 2. Okay, repeat the initial bit again. Okay, and then at the final time, we do the 9, and then just come up to 11 and give it a bend. All right, and over the top of that, the second guitar kind of faintly is doing this riff on the E and the middle A, where we'll do like an open E power chord. Okay, so open E, 2 on the middle A. We hit that, do 3 E, open power chord. Okay, hit the 3 open, and then just a couple opens. So it's like, all right, does that 3 times, and then it does a low power chord here on the 3 low A, 3 on the E, 1, 2, 3, up to 6s for a few. Does that initial riff again, the open 3 pull-offs. Okay, does that a few times, and then switches the ending to a few 3 low power chords here on the low A and E here, to 2s for a few. All right, next section here, kind of a power chord sliding around. Just start at 7th fret here on the low A and the E, slide up to 12, back to 7, 12 again, to 13, and then we'll go 7th fret, 8th to 7th. And this next section, it's a variation of a previous section that I showed you, that 6, 7, 6, 7, 6 to open. Do it the same thing that we did before, but the final time that we do it, we end it by going 3rd fret power chord to 2. So just a little difference in the ending there. After that, we get another kind of just playing around low power chords here. Just do an open, 2nd fret, 3rd to 7. Open to 8. 11. Okay, and here's kind of where like a key shift happens. We go 5, 8, 13, 10. All right, and now we kind of get to a key shifted version of that very first kind of verse part. So we'll be lower here in a different spot, where we'll be at 3 on the E, 1 A, go between those as we would the original section, the 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, and then hit a couple open A strings. Okay, that's the kind of riff we're looking for. All right, do that a few times, and then you can do on the low A, a few 6s to a few 9s. Initial riff again, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3 opens. Do that a few times, and then kind of do the reverse. Go 3 9s to 3 6s. All right, and then we get a few more lead parts to kind of wrap up what's going on here. Come way up high now on the B. We go 17, 17G to 14 to 14G. Okay, now we'll go 17B, 17G, 14, 16. All right, first part again, 17, 17, 14 to 14 on the D. Then we walk down G, we go 17, 17, 14, 13. All right, and then the final little lead part at the very end, B string, start at 10, you just hang out there, give it some vibrato, let it ring, 13, 17, 22.